All right, continuing from the last portion of the model, looking at the reference photo, it looked like the back of the stove is incorporated within the body itself right here. So I need to make some modification on this, maybe to adjust it, make this the burners a little bit closer. So I will join it with the top right here. So I'm just going to do Control J. It has subdivision surface and it's still applied. It's still added to it. It's not applied. All right, so I might need to kind of move this a little bit. So let's kind of take a look here where we can kind of move this one without maybe shrinking it. But I do think for bigger pots, maybe it's this distance and I actually need to move these parts here instead. So okay, let's do that. So I'll just select these parts right here at the side and go to X-ray mode, go to point mode, select all this so that you don't change or skew the framing. So I would say for the back that might actually work right there, maybe just a little bit. Okay, and then we might need to borrow one of these to actually do the top right there if it's something that can be done, or I can just kind of model that on its own. So if that's how that kind of works. So I'm not sure if it's part of the it's part of it right here. Maybe it's something I can just extrude from this one. It does have looks like it's kind of by itself, so I'll just make that by itself later on. Okay, so that's kind of adjusted like that. So let's work on the knobs. All right, so those are just for placement. So this one I will kind of get rid of. I do need one exactly where this thing is positioned. So I will duplicate that. Okay, and hide it for now. I'm gonna work on this one. So I'm gonna go to the side and just, we know that kind of hovers a little bit. There's a gap between the front panel. Okay, so let's turn on X-ray. Alt Z is the X-ray, and it's kind of interesting when I go X-ray mode. This piece right here just kind of goes away. So let me just check real quick. That's not the case when I render. So let's just do a quick kind of render image. Okay, so it's probably glitching out on that part, but anyway, just want to make sure. All right, so Alt Z for X-ray mode, edit for tab for edit mode, and then it's gotta move these very close to that one right there, and kind of looking at it, it just kind of creates this kind of a cone shape. So just have to go to object mode, face mode, extrude it, and maybe about that much right there. Then I will scale that one. All right, maybe move it back a little bit. It looks like there's for the indicator, we're looking at kind of like a straight line right here, but it looks like it's just another object on top. So all right, so let's maybe I can just duplicate this again and then make this as that other piece. All right, let's do that. So I'm just going to duplicate this. Okay, and then okay, let's let's extract that. Not quite sure because the image is not that big where I'm looking at it. All right, maybe I should kind of check real quick on my main screen. Okay, so definitely it's protruding, and then but it's still on top. Okay, all right. So this is that one right there, so I'm going to hit tab, extrude it. Okay, and then it looks like it's those pieces right there that needs that needs to be erased, I think. Okay, so let me do a one loop cut right here, because that should give it that kind of separation right there. And on this one I need to do some cuts. All right, and to kind of match everything, I can actually rotate this one so that it kind of matches it and it has a straight line. That's one way to kind of do it, like so. Then I can run that. So I'm gonna do with knife tool, so I'm gonna hit K. I want to make sure I snap to that one right there. Okay, and then I click here. I'm gonna keep it straight using the grid lines right there. However, let's see if that actually did it, because there's another one that's the one without the cut. Should have hidden it. Kind of hard to see with the. So let's take a look. I don't think the cutting worked. Yeah, it's not on both. So that one right there, it's just the original cylinder. We're gonna hide that. Well, I'm gonna go like this. Since I know what the name is, I'll hide that one. We're working on this one. So the knife tool did not like that one, so I'll give it an angle. Okay, so however, you can still move that and make it follow along that line. Looks pretty straight. Using the grid line as a guide. It's a little bit off, but if I press double G, it'll travel along that one. So, all right, right there's good. And again, I'm following the grid line. All right, so, and I could do that for, 2 more times, or I can just kind of leave that alone. It'll work regardless. So I can just do a, yeah, let's just do it. Got to be at an angle though. So I'm gonna go K, and then just park it on any of that. Press enter to end the tool. Go back to the front. Make sure it goes straight and follows along this line for grab double G, GG, right there, and then just kind of line it up on that. Okay, all right, so right there would work. And if I finish this, I can just rotate it, and then it'll work that way. So for this one, so that I can just cut it for now, I can eliminate all the other parts. Okay, so I'm gonna go here and press 3 and just basically cut this in half. Select all this. Actually, it's better if I go here and go X-ray. Too much. There we go. Let's include the front too. You can always patch that. Okay, and then I'm guessing here, same thing with the back. Okay, and I'm going to press X face. All right, so that one's kind of done. Okay, and before there's extra. Forgot to hit the sides right there. Get rid of those. And let's kind of finish it up first. Looking at the reference, it goes up a bit and then there's an angle. All right, so that's kind of easy enough. All right, so we just need this part actually. Yeah, I forgot. So it's just this and those two that I need. Okay, so I'm gonna go Control I to invert. All right, so that's all I need right there. So I need to kind of extrude it going this way. So I'm gonna go edge mode, select all these edges right here. Okay, and that right there, and then press E to extrude. Right click to cancel so I can move it right here. So that gave it that kind of thickness right there. Okay, and I think this is tapered a little bit, so I gotta make sure that this is all rotated first. So I'm gonna go like so. You see it right there. So I'm gonna duplicate it and then rotate this. Hold down Control so it snaps. Okay, so there it is. I got two right there. Oops, that one and this one. If I can just select this and that one. Control J to join. Let's go to solid mode. Let's go to isolate this. All right, so there's that. Then I'll, since they're joined, I'm gonna go to point mode, select all, make sure that I can merge them all by distance. Okay, that's all welded. Okay, and at this point right here, I think we just need to select all the edges here, push them back a little bit like so, and then I think they're tapered a little bit. I'm gonna press F right here. So here I'm just gonna go and can't really tell there, but I'm guessing there's some design elements here where it's probably like that, and it goes back in a little bit, and that scaled a little bit just so that it's a knob looking thingamajig. All right, so let's unhide everything, including the cylinder right there. Okay, and then we have this one kind of chat. Gary, there's chat. Okay, and then just kind of move that a bit, but I think that would work right there. So now what I need is just to cap off the other stuff and then kind of make it kind of solid. We can also, but I think that's overkill if we dig this and then just to make it look like it's another part of it. So all right, so I'll go to high isolate it again. Oh, not this one, that one. Okay, right here, and I'll just cap this off. Or we can just do, let's add the modifier, subdivision surface right there. Okay, and so we can see where we might need to kind of reinforce it. Shade smooth it. Okay, let's bring everything out. Do the same thing for this, so we can kind of preview what we need. Okay, so for this one for sure we need to reinforce this part right here, so I'm gonna do Control R, go close to the edge, another one right here. That will give it that kind of rigid surface. Okay, right there. And maybe here to give it Control R, close to the actual kind of opening right here. All right, so I'll give it that. And then this one, for sure, right here, we need to do another eye. So let's go to wireframe right here. Select this Okay, press I to kind of give it more geometry right there. And maybe right here, Control R. Really close around there. And same thing right here. Alright, I think that would do it for the knobs. Okay, and then just to make sure that there's kind of contact on this one, I'm going to isolate it. It's probably overkill. We probably will not see this, but I'm going to press I right here. Alright, let me do that again, undo. I need to move my mouse away because it gets harder to kind of push it in, and press E. Okay, so I'm going to press Control R right here, and another one right here, just so that it has that connector or knob thingy to the stove itself. Okay, we will duplicate this once we have the texture. Okay, so that will kind of confirm that. Okay, let's take a look. It has kind of like probably dots right there, signifying low, high, and this is probably for the oven, but that could be just kind of like a little cylinder. Okay, I'm not quite sure. So let me bring out this one. So we'll probably use this again. Let's give it a subdivision surface. And probably just one side, since we can't see. We won't be able to see this side here, so I'm just gonna delete that face. Okay, and then on this one, probably Control R right here. Scale this one kind of like so. Press I. Okay, and then kind of grow. Oh, sorry. Grow the selection plus up to here. Drag this back here. All right, and then I don't know what they really look like, but it looks like they're attached to the actual bevel right here at an angle. Let's take a look again. Okay, close to the knob. So we're going to start with a 3 right here. Close to the knob. Kind of like so. And just got to extend that back right there. So I'll grab the edge. This one right here. Okay, I think something like that, and it has 2 more, kind of matching the angle of the knob. All right, so, and the other 2, again, once we have all the textures, then we'll populate that one. Okay, so now the handle. This one right here, so it looks like it has some textures going on in here, but definitely that's a duplicate of that one. So I'm not sure really what's happening on this, so we might have to kind of design our own, you know. So let's get the bar first going, or that one right there at the back, and then we can get started. So I would think that's going to be a cylinder, or we can just, we have some of those volunteer cylinder. Oh, we've used them all. Okay, so let me just get one cylinder right here, RX90, and it's still at the 16 segment, which is fine, what we need. Okay, just kind of push this up a little bit right here, and then so we can position it and go like so. We're just going to mirror this, cut the angle kind of right there, and let's take a look again at the photo. So it looks like it's between the knobs, okay, a little higher before the bevel, and it looks like a football shape for that one. All right, so if I were to put this one here and then another one, so I'm guessing this one probably right here, and then go all the way up right there, scale it. Okay, I think that's where the handle is. Okay, and now we need to make sure that it has that kind of football shape. So I'm gonna go to number 1 right here, and what we can do is we can just scale those, I guess. I'm gonna grab everything but the ends. Okay, and then I can start with the scale. Forgot the X-ray. Okay, so scale that one a little bit like so. Grab this one, then raise that up just a little bit. This one again, just a little bit. All right, so we got that shape. Okay, and press dot. It's massive, so we gotta make sure this is minimized. Oops, I don't want to do a negative scale on that one. I think something like that would do the trick. Okay, let's push this back till it kind of reaches that. All right, put it there for now. And then looking at the, so I'm guessing there'll be a rod right there, and then this just goes on top. Okay. All right, we'll pick up from the last one. We're going to create the handle now. So from the base, it has 16 segments. Might need more segments on this one, so I'll get a new cylinder here and then change the segments back to 32. We need it a little bit more dense. RX90, very similar to that one right there. Go to the front and just kind of grab this thing and move it here center wise. So I would say 0 on that X right there. Okay, and then I will scale this. Okay, it's kind of look like what the handle look like. Okay, and then just kind of bring this up like so. And this one, what I'll do is I'll add a modifier mirror to this and then center it from this one, so there's 2 of them. Okay, and let's take a look. Where did that go? Probably in the, there it is in the back. All right, gotta move that forward and scale it. All right, something like that. Maybe a little too thick. All right, so something like this one here. And let's change the, give it some bevel. Let me put the origin to the geometry. And let me get some edging on this one. So I'm going to press I inset. Okay, and then probably press E on this one. Kind of simplify it like that. Press 2 for edge, going all the way around and over here. Okay, and then do a beveled edge. Let's see if that's way too much. Let's see. And probably just 3 on this one. Like so. And then let's add a subdivision surface. Let's kind of see what that looks like. Make sure it shades smooth. Okay, I'm gonna have to, it's probably hollow right here, so I will actually delete this mesh in the back right there and reinforce Control R right there close to it. All right, there's that one, and most likely you get another eye right here. So, oops, undo. Let me turn that off real quick. So if I press I right here and right click to cancel the actual movement, but there should be two of them there. So I'll scale it on the X. You have to kind of do it manually and then scale it on the Z. Because if I keep pressing I, it will not do the thing. It's just not enough place for it to kind of do it. So you can see here it starts pinching the corners. Maybe something like that right there. And then move this back just a little bit. All right, and then with the modifier on, because it does have some kind of grill and whatnot. Maybe it needs to be protruding. So let me see. All right, I think that's a better look for it. Okay, and then I'll just add a solidify, which will give it that thickness right there. And then this one's right here. Let's give them subdivision surface. And let's have some kind of design elements to them. Definitely Control R, the back right there. The front here, definitely an I. Okay, and we'll push it E one bit, then press I again. And let's see if the loop will do a circle. It did. There we go. Scale it. Okay. And just extrude that so that we can connect it to the handle. All right. So let's kind of fix this here. Go to object mode. We need to see it kind of smooth. All right. So here I'm going to just press I again. That'll cap it off right there. Control R right here. Push it all the way. That will give us that. Yeah, I think that will do it right there. Push this back. GY. And we got the top handle. Maybe a little bit. So you could actually stick your finger in there. All right, maybe a little bit more, or maybe that's good enough. Okay, and let's take a look at that one. So there's a baby version. Base is the same. This thing is just smaller. So I do need to duplicate this and borrow it for the front. So right there. Grab this too, duplicate. Grab it, put it here. Make sure it's on 0. And then scale it. Like so. This guy right here, we need to make sure it's properly positioned. Probably right there is fine. Okay. So we got those handled. I think it's just the back right here. Take a look at the photo again real quick. So it has this kind of pattern right here. It goes to the back and it goes. Okay. Yeah. So I'll go here at the side, get a cube. All right, and then we'll scale this to just kind of match the thing that we need. Right here, we're going to press G. All right, it's going to start manipulating it in edit mode. Let's do some X-ray. So I think it goes like so. Okay, and it's a little bit higher. All right, and let's take a look at the photo real quick. All right, so it protrudes a little bit. So here we'll cut it right there. Okay, and let's position it now. GX. All right, And then we're going to need to extrude this just a little bit, like so. Go to edge mode, select those two, bring them back a little bit, so that gives it that. All right, and let's take a look again. It looks like it has border, or that just be paint. Okay, and then it's pretty much kind of rounded off. Okay, right here, let's see. So apply all transform, select pretty much all this, corner also, I'm guessing that one. We're gonna bevel it. Okay, and then we'll do our bevel. Will that actually, it's okay. We can do our 0.05 at 5 segments. All right, I think that worked. Okay, and then the bottom right here, our bevel is 0.0115 at 3 segments. It's kind of matching it. Right click, shade smooth. Okay. All right, there's that, and it looks like we have the, I missed this one. I just saw it now. Oh no, there it is. Yeah, I missed that selection. Okay, that's a redo. All right, okay, so now bevel again. There we go, much better. 0.05, segments of 5. Select the bottom, bevel it as well. 3 segments, 0.115, shade smooth. Okay, and it has those two kind of darker paint right there. Okay, and let's make sure we got those covered here. So I'm going to Control R, and I'm lazy, so I just want to make sure they're equal. All right, there. Okay, and kind of like from before, so I'll just go Alt Shift click all this to eliminate them. After adding them, gotta get rid of them. So I don't need to measure, I just know that both of those lines are matching. Okay, and then X dissolve, don't delete the edge. You'll leave all the vertex in there. Okay, and one last one, that one right there. I don't know what that is. Looks like a, I guess like a built-in ashtray. It has all this line. Oh, probably I'll do that kind of last. So let's start finishing this up. So I'm gonna save it. Okay, so it's all kind of done. Let's see here. Remember, I have concerns about this thing. Maybe I need turn on normal. Oh no, there we go. Now it looks fine. Okay, so let's make sure that we have all the modifiers. Subdivision surface for this one. It probably doesn't need them because it's smooth enough. Okay, this one probably not. Only probably just this two right here. Okay, so let's take a look at the color. Let's add a light first. Let me just use an HDRI map so that we get our lighting all the way across. Okay, and I have this OpenEXR here, and let's take a look. It should, there we go. Yeah, but let's get rid of the background. So I'll go to my, let's turn on all the fancy stuff. Film, transparent. Okay, so we kind of see it like this. All right, maybe the bloom, not yet. Oh yeah, and we got to duplicate these, but that can wait. Let's first look at the color. Metallic. Of course, it's brand new. I'm not going to put the weathering, rust and all that. So just this kind of like seafoam green, but super shiny. Okay, so let's make it for this one. Let's just start like fresh. Okay, so this is the metal green. Let's make it metallic. All right, and then color. I don't know, is that the one? Maybe a little darker. All right. Okay, definitely we gotta clear coat it. It's like a car paint job, and then of course it's shiny. There it is. Okay, I think that will do. So let's just take a look at everything else except for the top right here, and then the gray. Okay, and then just chrome on those, and then red paint on that one. Okay, so a lot of metallic stuff. So this one would, it's all that metal green. Oh, except for that one, yeah, forgot. So we need one for this one, just metallic, a little darker, quite shiny. All right, and those hardware, oh yeah, it's the same thing, yep. Okay, same thing with this. All right, there's that. This one is also metallic. All right, let me check a little bit on the, it probably has that kind of texture in there, but kind of like that marbling, but no, let's just make it kind of solid color for now. But it's like kind of like a gray look to it. Actually, yeah, it's not the same as this one. It's a little bit matted. Okay. There we go. But definitely lighter. It's a little matted. Okay. So for this one's, that's was black right there. Metallic for sure. Very dull. It's that cast iron stuff. And we're gonna go shading right here. We're just gonna give it a bump. All right, vector bump, and so we can see it for now. Connect that to the normal. Let's go get a texture. Let's see, Voronoi. We'll do that. Let me see. No. No Voronoi. Maybe noise. Let's stick with something simple. Noise, color to height. All right, and then definitely we want to scale this by some more. and then lessen, definitely lessen the strength. All right, there we go, and we just got to give it a little bit of kind of shininess to it. Make it definitely darker. All right, just so that it doesn't look like it. So, all right, then we can just apply that same dark material to this, and I think we kind of randomize and kind of change those. Okay, almost done. Well, let's take a peek again. So that's the same thing except for the trim. Okay. This one carries this. All right, but I think lighter and dull. All right, and then we need another version of that. I'll make it unique. Go darker on this one, and then it'll have to be this trim right here. So I'll just kind of reverse the selection here. So I'm gonna press X-ray, select all this. All right, Control I, invert it, assign this one, and I think that's our trim right there. Okay, red for sure, super glossy, so same material as this, guys. All right, so first of all, those things, they have that one, no, it's this one, kind of blended. All right, this one is just the shiny. Yeah, all right, this one, definitely a new one. Metallic also, most likely very shiny. This is deep red. All right. Is it kind of dull? Maybe. Yeah. Maybe something like that. Okay. And we need to populate this. So copy that, GX. Just kind of eyeballing, folks. All right, let's say that's good, but I don't know. Duplicate this as well. Go to X right here. Actually, right there, and then needs to go lower, I think. Okay, and there'll be a counterpart. Okay, duplicate those, put them on each burner knob, but I think this one is okay. Okay, I think that stove is done.